Hey, the video you're about to watch comes from a mastermind / question and answer, a session that I hosted not long ago for affiliates who are fairly new to the game and promoting specific high ticket digital products. So there's going to be a ton of value shared across the entire mastermind. And if you want to join us in becoming a high ticket, high profit affiliate marketer, make sure you go over to my15daychallenge.com after you watch this video to learn how to set up your high ticket affiliate marketing business in 15 days or less. Enjoy the video.
A question you get asked all the time, I guess, and everybody here is traffic. It's really weird watching TikTok. And when you started, you already had an audience on TikTok, or did you just start what you did? Because I saw from the beginning when you started, but did you start as a business or on the creator side and then switch over?
So I started TikTok like in 2019. I don't even remember what I did, but I had an account in 2019. So technically it was started in 2019, but nothing happened. I didn't do anything. I just messed around with it or whatever. When I really started putting like, okay, cool, I'm going to use this was probably like March or April of 2020. That's why I decided, okay, this TikTok thing is going to be a thing. Let me jump in on it and let me leverage this opportunity. I started as a creator. So here's kind of my view on TikTok. I started my third account as a business account just to add the link from scratch from day one.
Right.
And it just doesn't seem to want to grow as fast as a creator account. Exactly. A couple of reasons. You can't use trending sounds and stuff. And that's huge when you're first getting started because now when you have 80,000 followers or however many followers you have on your TikTok account for some folks on here, people know you kind of. So like if they see your face, they're going to be like, I'm interested in maybe hearing what he has to say today. But when nobody's ever heard of you, there's got to be a reason for TikTok to understand who to show your content to. So using those viral sounds and stuff is really beneficial. It can be frustrating in the beginning because sometimes it takes a long time to get that 1,000 followers, so you can add your clickable link on a creator account, but really it only takes a couple videos and you'll get there. It just takes the right content to go kind of quote unquote viral. I've heard that you can switch between the two freely without penalty. So what that would mean is like, hey, in the morning I'm going to create 6 TikToks with trending sounds, and then I'll do them all at once, and then I'll switch back to business accounts. So I have my link. I'm not sure if that is accurate or not. I have never tested that regarding like, will there be a penalty or not? If you're absolutely concerned with it, I'm sure you could buy your first 1,000 followers without a penalty, but I wouldn't do that, and it just doesn't seem worth it in the long run. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. But
it does. And I was thinking about switching. I just, all of the content I created so far has that action item, click my link in bio type thing, but I'm just not seeing a whole lot. It's a very slow roll on business.
Yeah, if you ask me like what I would do if I were in your shoes, I would switch to a creator account, knock it out until I get my 1,000, and then go from there. So cool. All right, I see John up there. Go ahead. He's got his hand up. So John Stanley, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself there, and go ahead and jump in.
I just want to add to that I do that exact thing because right now I'm only at like 25 followers and everything. I'm just now getting started on like week 2 of trying to get followers. But yeah, you can switch from business because I fit at business all the time. So I have my link up, and then I do exactly that. I'll switch over to a creator. There's nothing to it and everything. Do the music and all that stuff, and then I'll switch back to business. And then you can go and stay at just creator once you get your 1,000 and everything.
Okay, cool. So the opportunity is there. So that I appreciate you sharing that, John. But I think we can all agree that going the creator route, whether we switch back and forth or not, is kind of going to be the best way to see some growth or help our growth. Did I see Sandy? Was that you, Sandy, who had your hand up a second ago, or maybe that wasn't?
Yeah, but I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. I see. Is that T Dina, or go ahead?
Yeah. Hi, Brian. How are you doing? It's Tim Denari.
Yeah, gotcha.
No worries. And I apologize for putting my hand up like this. I don't see that icon right now, but
No
so
worries, we'll make it work. It is on the bottom. There's a little scroll bar for reactions if you kind of hover down there.
Oh, I did see that. Got it.
But
okay,
but
yeah.
Whatever
right.
gets the job done is fine by me, Tim.
Fair enough. So here's a question I had that I've kind of been polling. It has to do with Legendary Marketer, and obviously I'm set up. I'm using I cloned your 15-day system, and now I'm trying to. And I've had like a small amount of sales, but what I want to do is I want to run some Facebook ads, but I'm not getting really a crisp answer. This is not faulting you, from even the folks at Legendary Marketer about what images to use on a Facebook ad. They've got templates for what you can use for the narrative and stories, and you can adapt it to yourself on, how to get it. And they have all good information on audiences. But the videos that I've looked at on Legendary, for example, have like, you can use a picture of Dave Sharp or something like that. But do you have any recommendations or what you might have found successful on running Facebook ads as it relates to the ad images?
Yeah, absolutely. So with regards to Facebook ads and Legendary Marketer specifically, me personally, I use video ads, which I know can be a little bit uncomfortable. And maybe it's not necessarily the best route if you're not confident with Legendary yet, because you're better off using images than really screwing up a video. But if you really kind of know what you got it figured out, a video I think can be more powerful than images. But let's just say that we're going to use images. And if I could just kind of go off on a tangent, Tim, really quickly here, because it brings up a good point. One reason I use video ads when I'm running my campaigns is beyond the bond that I can create and the ability to stand out. Beyond that, when you're first getting started, you have nothing but targeting. So, right, like you run a first Facebook ad, you can target people who are interested in ClickBank or ClickFunnels or Gary Vaynerchuk or whatever. There's targeting based on interests. So that's obviously going to be competitive, and we're bidding against other people because anybody can bid on an interest, right? So, however, when I run a video ad, I'm looking for metrics to build lookalike audiences. So to get 300 clicks, let's say, over to my website, right? Because that's a metric I could build a retargeting ad on. I could get website visitors and build a retargeting ad. That's going to take a lot longer than for me to get 300, let's say, 1-minute video views on my video. So, and if this is going over anyone's head, don't worry about it. It's just kind of a little side note. So I use those video ads because the second I get 300, like, let's say 30-second video views, my first lookalike audience is people who viewed 30 seconds of my video. And that happens way before I get 300 clicks over to my website or whatever. So it's a lot cheaper way to get to those lookalike audiences faster. But that's just kind of a little side note that I wanted to bring up. Regarding your question, and if you missed it, Tim asked, he wants to run Facebook ads for Legendary Marketer to the bridge page. He's gone through the Legendary Marketer training. He knows what kind of copy he needs to use in the body of the ad. But he knows what to target based on their training. But what he doesn't know is what kind of images to use. And I think really the images themselves, it's like there is no way to predict is kind of the real answer. And I know that's what no one wants to hear, but it's the truth. Like I can see some benefit to using you in an image somehow, but to use Dave, I don't know if that's necessarily the best way out, the way I would go, because it kind of is a bumpy ride. So for instance, let's say they see Dave on Facebook, then they come to your bridge page, and now it's Tim here, like, okay, what's going on? And then you see him back to Dave, it's like, right, that's not congruent, that's not smooth and streamlined. So what I would do instead, like, let's say you don't want to use your image, that's fine. What we see working on Facebook could be as simple as an aspirational image, right? Like, so what's the concept or what's the messaging surrounding Legendary Marketer? Freedom, right? Income, right? So maybe we find an image, whether it's as simple as a beach or what have you. I'm just using that as a very generic idea, but like an image that's eye-catching, that's vibrant, right? Like that is bright, that really stands out, that gets that scroll stopper. That really isn't specific to anything other than the idea. It's going to attract the people who might be interested in then reading your body or the copy on the ad, which will then get them to see the headline or vice versa, and then click over and actually get onto your bridge page, where they're going to all of a sudden see Tim. Okay, cool. What's Tim talking about? They're going to watch your bridge page video and they're like, oh, I like the sounds of that. Let's go see what this Dave Sharp guy is all about.
Makes sense.
Cool. I see Preston up there in the corner there. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Preston, and let us know what you got here.
I just wanted to ask, can you hear me all right?
I can, yeah, perfect.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, how do you keep yourself out of Facebook jail? And I'm trying to get free traffic through Facebook, and I know a lot of groups that you go into have rules and regulations of what they don't want in the group, like spamming and whatnot. How do you make yourself not look like you're spamming and keep yourself out of Facebook jail with just different affiliate offers?
Yeah, so I've never really been the one to go searching for other groups and putting up those value posts or whatever to try to attract traffic. Now, I have in the past, when I was doing more coaching and consulting, I have pulled clients right from Facebook. And the way you do that is just kind of take in what's going on. And then when somebody has a problem, answer their question. And at that point, you really want to get people into Messenger. And that's the beauty of doing quote unquote high ticket affiliate marketing is, if you spend a week getting somebody into the legendary marketer system, maybe they'll go on and buy the back end product, and $1,000 a week, that's worth the effort. You know what I mean? That type of thing. You're just really not going to, in my mind, see a whole lot of results with certainly not quote unquote spamming offers. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but certainly not broadcasting offers inside a Facebook group. You really have to treat it just like networking. If you see somebody who has a problem that maybe your product can solve, give them a little tidbit. Maybe they'll reach out. Maybe you'll be in communication and so on and so forth.
I'm not trying to spam. I'm just trying to. I was going to write up a blog, put some offers in there, try to drive traffic to the blog, and then get them away from me.
Yeah, putting your blog post, anything that's self-promotion like that's just simply not going to work on Facebook. It's going to get you in trouble 100% of the time. So, it won't really work. If I were creating a blog, if that's the way I wanted to go, I would kind of relay the concepts on TikTok, somewhere where you can post your message freely. Because when you're in Facebook, you got to play by the Facebook rules. You got to play by the Facebook moderator rules. And guess what? Everybody wants their blog post to be posted on Facebook. Everyone wants their YouTube video to be posted on Facebook, right? Everybody wants that easy traffic, but you kind of got to go another step. It's just not gonna work. So I guess the bottom line is don't waste your time, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I think I see Nancy. Go ahead, Nancy. You gotta unmute yourself there, Nancy. There we go. I think we got you, Nancy.
There was a Facebook follow-up question on that. If I'm posting on my personal Facebook page and I'm just posting doing and send it to a funnel page, is that legal on Facebook? Is that okay?
As far as I know, yeah. I mean, if it's your page, there's really
as opposed to.
Yeah, as opposed to like going in other groups, and maybe that wasn't clear with my answer, but yeah, if you're just kind of like on your page, you're making friends, you're getting people to follow, and you're posting engaging content on your own page and being like, oh, hey, by the way, go ahead and check out my funnel. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be fine. The problem with that though is you're not going to see as much reach if you post your link in the actual post. So really what you want to do if you're going to go that route is, I don't know what people call it. Maybe it's a comment ladder or what have you, but really what you want to do is if you're using your own Facebook page to, get people to take action, what you want to do is you want to create your posts on your Facebook page, make sure you're following people and getting people, making friends with people who might be interested. You can do that in groups and stuff. And then what you want to do is you want to say like, here's my value for the day. Oh, by the way, if you want to learn more, comment I'm in or hook me up or something. And what you want to do is get people to comment, and then you can message those people with like, hey, great, awesome to see you're interested in, and then you can private message them a link to your funnel, and at that point you can say, you know, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Does that kind of make sense?
It does. But my biggest question though was, I did set up with Aweber. I'm about to move from trying to promote some of the products in Legendary that they say to promoting Legendary. And I was in a discussion last week, and not everybody at Legendary really likes Aweber best. I wondered if you could talk about some of the alternatives and what the benefits are. I'm a little confused about follow-up funnels and stuff. Does that all go through the mailer, or does it go?
Yeah, so ClickFunnels, they do have a follow-up funnel capability, but I would not use them. First of all, it requires the expensive package, which you really don't need. Even though I have the expensive package, I still don't use the follow-up funnel capabilities inside ClickFunnels because it's not really what they are. So regarding your first question, the issue with Aweber is the double confirmation opt-in requirement.
Right.
So I heard in the Mastermind that was last weekend that once you get 25 opt-ins, that they will consider removing it. But if you're not familiar, or if you're not comfortable, or if you don't want to get to that point, or don't want to wait to that point, or you're just sick and tired of Aweber, GetResponse is affiliate marketing friendly, and same thing. I mean, it's the only thing, you're just gonna have to kind of set everything up in there. But GetResponse is kind of the same deal. They're affiliate marketing friendly, and if I'm not mistaken, they don't require the double confirmation opt-in from day one. And then yeah, everything really goes through. This is kind of the answer to your second question. Everything really goes through your automated email sequences. Like the autoresponder handles everything. Like the website captures the email, it hosts the pages, maybe your video, it hosts your links or whatever. But once they enter their email into the website, then it goes into your autoresponder, which is either Aweber or GetResponse or whoever you use, and everything, all the follow-up is going to take place back in there.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I got a direct response in messages from someone too that mentioned that one.
Yep. Yeah. There's just a few you want to stay away from, like MailChimp, you got to stay away from. You know, there's a couple other ones you got to stay away from. But yeah, GetResponse is great.
Thanks.
Cool. Kenton, I see you up there with your hand up. Go ahead, Kenton.
What's up, mate? I've gotten started with, Legendary, especially. I have other products, whatever, but just with Legendary in specific, I got started maybe 2 months ago, November 18th, and I set up a pixel, I guess, 3 weeks ago. And I'm doing really well with just TikTok. I'm good at TikTok, content stuff. I've gained a lot of followers, and just like on a daily basis, I'm doing over $200 a day, just in whatever, and like 15 to 20 signups, right? But I'm trying to scale because I don't know, I just see like the long term, and I'm watching you and stuff like that. So I set up a pixel. I learned from your YouTube, and from the 3 weeks, I can see the total events are 79.9 thousand, but I don't know what to do after that. Do I set up like a retargeting ad and then just send it back to them, or?
Yeah, so your pixel is probably set up. Are you using ClickFunnels? That's my first question.
Yes.
Okay, and so your pixel is actually set up through ClickFunnels.
Well, I just have Legendary Pixel set up on the Facebook thing, and then set up through ClickFunnels, I think. Yeah.
So do you have it set up in Legendary Marketer's dashboard too, or not?
No.
Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly. And this is kind of an in-depth thing. There's a lot to talk about here, but I'll kind of try to answer your question and then go through it as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And Kenton, can you see my screen that says Zoom right across the front?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. So the first thing that I would do if I was in your situation is I would log into Legendary Marketer, go into the funnels here, and whatever funnel you're using, you're probably using one of the business challenge funnels, either this one or black. Doesn't matter which one you use, they're the same, but just make sure you use the same one consistently. And then what you want to do is go over to your affiliate links, and there's training. I'll find the training for this in the back office in just a second. But what you want to do is you want to get your tracking pixel on your actual Legendary Marketer affiliate links as well. And really the reason that's important is because down here on the checkout page, you're going to add 2 different ones. And once again, there's training that shows you how to do this. but this is how you're going to be able to track buyers, right? Because long term, you're going to want to know, you're going to want to have that buyer information. Like you don't want just people who are hitting your website. You want to have that buyer information that's going to be valuable long term. So that's the first thing that you're going to want to do. And that training is somewhere, if you click on affiliates, that training is somewhere in here. Tracking tags and pixels 4.9. This lesson right here inside Legendary Marketer will show you exactly how to do that. So that's the first thing that you want to do. The next thing you want to do is, so what I do is I will basically then create a custom audience, okay? Because you only have one website with the pixel on it right now.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so what I would do is I would go into, yeah, and this is recorded, so you can always refer back to this section here, but it's good to take notes too. So what I would do is I would create an audience that has hit your website, basically anyone who's been pixeled in, let's say, the last 30 days, okay? And at this point, we don't need to differentiate between people who buy and people who didn't, and people who opted in and people who didn't. We don't need to do that. So an audience of people who visited your website, been pixeled in the last 30 days or 15 days, doesn't really matter. I'd probably just start with 30. So that's going to be your custom audience. Then what you want to do is you want to start by running retargeting ads. So you create an ad and you serve that to your custom audience. Okay. Now what's going to happen here is some of the people are going to hit your website and bounce away. Some of the people are going to hit your website, opt in and not buy. And some of the people who are going to be pixeled are going to hit your website, opt in, and then buy the Business Builder Challenge. But regardless, we want to serve even the people who buy ads, because it's easy to buy a $7 Business Builder Challenge. It's a lot harder to actually start going through the challenge. But you are going to make more money when people actually go through the challenge and they start buying the back end products. So we want to stay in front of those people as well. So just to keep it simple, on anyone who's hit our website in 30 days, we want to run ads. And basically there's two main retargeting ads that I would start with. You can pull testimonials from Legendary Marketer, and they have resources. If you can probably find them on that same page that I showed you, or you can reach out to support. They have like a database of videos that you can use. So what I would do is I would first create a testimonial ad to reserve people. And I would just do maybe like a 30-second introduction with you, just like selfie style, real casual, like, hey, I know you checked out whatever your website's called. Maybe you're thinking about starting affiliate marketing and learning with Legendary Marketer. I just wanted to share some stories with other folks who went through the 15-day Business Builder Challenge. And then you can splice that in with the testimonials that Legendary Marketer gives you, and that's one ad. The second ad I would run is overcoming objections, because that's what we always want to do. We want to show social proof and overcome objections. So one way you find objections is by emailing, by contacting people who are on your email list. But I already happen to know that through doing this, that one of the main objection with Legendary Marketer is people are willing to invest, but they're afraid nobody's going to help them, right? So they're like, they probably bought courses in the past from some one-off guy who creates the course and that doesn't support it. So that's their number one fear. So my secondary ad might be like, hey, are you concerned that nobody is going to help you? Well, guess what? Legendary Marketer has a community over 26,000 people. They have 45 employees working around the clock or whatever to help you learn and that type of thing. And I would run those two ads. I would start with like $5 a day. And basically where we're going to send them to is like back to a pre-sale page. I would create a third page on your funnel that basically is kind of like a pre-sale, reintroducing them to Legendary Marketer, but also has the link to the Legendary Marketer sales page. Does that make sense?
Like the offer stack, or no?
Yes, the offer stack, exactly. So if you have my offer stack page, is that what?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would run all my ads to the offer stack page. And the idea there is if they haven't bought, that's a great way to get them into the 15-day challenge. And if they have already bought, who cares? They saw our face. It reminded them, oh yeah, when I get home from work, I got to log into Legendary Marketer and do day 3 of the 15-day challenge. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. That was kind of a lot. Any follow-up questions to that, or is that?
I mean, just as a follow-up really quick, you said $5 a day. Is there at any point should you scale up to, 10, 100, whatever? Just
So
keep
with
that fun.
retargeting ads, you're really limited by your incoming traffic, right? Like you can't scale retargeting ads infinitely because you're not getting that much traffic. So really what I would do is I would look at there's a metric on Facebook ads, and it's called, drawing a blank right now. It's drawing a blank. It's basically like how many times people have seen your ad. Gosh, what is it called? I'll have to look at it really quickly. But basically the number is 7. Once people have seen your ad 7 times, that's when I would, and I'm kind of behind the scenes logging into my Facebook account. That's when I would think about increasing my budget. So, because the idea here is, let's say you have 79,000 people that are on your retargeting list. That seems like a lot, but guess what? You can serve them ads pretty quickly. So to jump up to like $50 a day doesn't make sense. And just to kind of answer your question as simply as possible, you know, there would be no reason to scale past like $10 a day, I wouldn't think, until you're actually running cold traffic ads. And the metric is frequency. When you're looking at your ads dashboard and you see your frequency start to creep up to 7 or 8 or what have you, that's when I would say, hey, maybe we need to add a little bit more to the budget. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But yeah, you $5 a day is super powerful, especially when everything that comes in is organic traffic. So, so congratulations. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to take up too much time. Is that like the path you took? Like, because I'm starting organically, just like, you know, TikTok, whatever. And then I didn't know if it was best to just go to scale, doing, you know, retargeting ads, or go like the YouTube route first and then ads. I don't know if I'm getting too ahead of myself here.
Yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, I wouldn't say. But yeah, I would start with retargeting ads first, because that's the easiest thing. Like you can set up retargeting campaign today and be done with it. Then once that's dialed in, then you can start focusing on YouTube. And then once you get a couple videos on YouTube, hey, if your retargeting ads are dialed in, and the cool thing about starting with retargeting is you can test retargeting ads. And once you have a retargeting campaign that's working, and you know your TikTok traffic's working, and you got some YouTube content going, then you can maybe start thinking about throwing $50 or $100 a day at cold traffic and seeing if you can get people in and go from there. Because you're not going to be profitable from day one. But the idea is if you bring in cold traffic in and you're at least maybe somewhat close to breaking even, then that's also going to help you grow your YouTube channel faster, because, right, you're sending people from your email list over to YouTube and they're coming in from cold traffic. So that's kind of the idea. Cool.
And I'm sorry, one more thing. So you're talking about cold traffic. It's really awesome. Would you use like your retargeting ads and your results to make a lookalike audience for cold traffic? Or
so what I would do is I would use, remember when at the beginning when I told you to make sure you get your pixel on Legendary? So what I would do is hopefully get to the point where you can get like a couple hundred, so I would make my first retargeting list basically anyone who hit my website. But then, hey, when you get like 300 purchases, then I would switch over and start running cold traffic to a lookalike audience for people who've bought Legendary Marketer. Okay, and what's going to happen there is your cost per lead is going to jump, but your conversion, your cost per conversion is going to go down. Does that make sense? Yes, like when you're just running cold traffic lead gen ads, I mean, you could probably get a buck a lead. But then when you start targeting lookalike audiences for people who are buyers, your cost per lead is eventually going to jump up to like 5, 6 or something like that. But 1 out of every 10 leads is going to buy versus 1 out of every 50 leads. So you want to get to the point where you're converting for buyers in most cases. And then your Facebook account will get shut down. You'll have to start from scratch, but that's just part of the game. That's what happened to me. So, but it's just part of the game. So you just rally the troops and circle the wagons and go at it again. And that's why you got to love the process. So if anybody else has any questions, we'll kind of move on. Appreciate all your thoughtful questions, Kent, and I really do appreciate that. But I want to be respectful of everybody who jumped in and maybe has a question. But that's kind of why you got to enjoy the process, even when you're not making money, even when you're just getting started, because it's not like, all of a sudden, you make 6 figures and boom, there's no more worries. There's always stuff that falls apart and, goes to heck and stuff like that. So learn to love it and then everything will be all right. All right. Who else got some questions? those that just jumped in while I was answering Kenton's questions, you can either raise your hand down at the reactions on the bottom there. You know, we're all adults here too. I see David. Go ahead and unmute your microphone there, David, and jump in. Hey, what's going on?
One of the things, I think I have more of an understanding of it now, but I was one of the prime examples of getting too much knowledge thrown at me at one time and never actually applying it to anything.
Mm-hmm.
So your version of a website, I'm sure you have more than one, but the version that seems to be gone through mostly on these courses is getting them to the bridge page.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you see other affiliates either on TikTok or YouTube or whatever you find that have the, like the Amazon affiliates, for instance. There's the one girl, I can't remember her name, that's on TikTok that is just thriving with the Amazon affiliate links.
Mm-hmm.
Her website is where it says, do you want the home goods? Do you want this?
Mm-hmm.
You want the sporting goods? You want things like that? What I see so many people that are promoting the courses and stuck with Legendary and in that niche that's right there for the education side of it. Is there anything in your head that differentiates those two more than another? Because there's so many other people that are behind the scenes. I'm not going to throw any names or anything around, but there's so many people that are behind the scenes that are, oh, well, they get to my website and then they get to all this traffic and it's all my affiliate links. It almost makes it seem like a spammy website. Is there any way to differentiate that a little bit slimmer, especially with people that are on the newer end of things like myself?
Yeah, so there's basically, so yeah, I mean, you really nailed the Amazon model, right? You review products. There's a whole library of products. Hey, you saw this video, you want to find this product, great. But then there's also the other side of affiliate marketing. And so the kind of affiliate marketing that I do, that I teach, that we talk about inside Legendary Marketer, you know, it's a funnel. It's more direct response. It's, hey, we're taking people on a journey to transform their lives through purchasing the product that we're promoting. That's the whole idea. So, you know, for example, like some people you'll see on TikTok, they will have like link trees where you can click on their link on TikTok and it'll be like, join the 15-day challenge, come join my Facebook group, or, you know, go watch this YouTube video or whatever. I've always been pretty adamantly opposed to those because I want to take people on a journey. Hey, my messaging is in line with the link, which takes you to a website, which takes you to a bridge page video, which introduces you to an offer, and everything's congruent. So kind of the idea there is one thing, all my content, my YouTube video, my Facebook group for the most part, but definitely YouTube videos and definitely TikTok, right? That content that we want to rank and get views, like it's all congruent. It's all around the same concept. It all shows people one link and one bridge page opt-in, and that takes them to one bridge page video, which you test, but it's always the same page. And then that takes to one front end offer. Then everything else is promoted on the back end, right? That's what the email list is for. You promote everything in email. You know, I promote ClickFunnels, you know, that's done wrapped around the Legendary Marketer opportunity, all done through email. You can go through all my TikToks and you see me maybe talk about ClickFunnels once, right? Is that am I getting to the point where I'm answering your question? Or
No,
have I gotten off track based on what I'm saying?
You're there. My whole thing was there was one specific influencer that I had looked at, and he promoted his own course. That made sense. I went through the back end of it, saw the offers that came in after that, saw everything else that went into it, and then of course he showed how much money he made on the end of it. It was one of those. It was very enticing at first. Mm-hmm. The thing I found after fact was that 90% of his income was from a health product that had absolutely nothing to do with any of the courses he did. It wasn't really taught in the course that he did at all, either on that side of it, but his email list came from the course that he got. So when it came from that, he kind of, I don't want to say switched to a different niche that was after that, but he used that email list for that, for people. There was something in one of his offers that said, are you interested more in the health, the wealth, or the relationships? And if you clicked health, then that's where his offers funneled in from that one. And it went to a completely different bridge page. And that's where 90% of it came from. But I dug into that one for almost a month to figure it out, because for the price of the course and the amount of people I'd seen that took it, reviewed it, and everything like that, it just didn't make any sense. Right. So that's where with Legendary, everything was kind of stuck in one start to finish. You get the initial $7 investment. I've seen people cut that in half. And then it goes up to where if you don't jump on the initial offer at first, you can jump into the $2,500 to $9,000 range. some of these other courses, I didn't see that, but I saw people promoting them, and it just didn't make sense. I didn't know if they actually had a full website that they constructed that they had these offers from, or if they were pulling the email list from that. And I guess my question wasn't so much more for myself, but maybe anybody else that was newer. Your differentiation seemed like it made a lot more sense than what I've been trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, really, the idea is, when you're speaking to legendary marketer specifically, that's how the game is played, right? Like, legendary marketer has a built-in value ladder. They have the $7 challenge. You can get super affiliate secrets on the order bump when you buy into that or not. There's going to be omni branding courses. There's going to be the funnel, the traffic Rolodex. There's going to be the business blueprints and stuff like that. So really, as an online business, as a digital business, really as any business, you need that in your business, right? You need multiple products, just like Apple, right? They have an iPhone, they have AirPods, they have the HomePod, they have, all kinds of stuff. Because it's easier to get an existing customer to buy again than it is to get a new customer to buy for the first time. The cool thing about Legendary Marketer is they kind of handle that for you, rather than you having to piece together a whole bunch of different offers to increase, the lifetime value of the customer, which helps you get to the point where maybe someday you can advertise. Luckily, you don't have to piece together a bunch of different offers in the beginning. You can just leverage the value ladder that's already built inside Legendary Marketer. So the idea here is, simplicity will get you to 6 figures. Like, I think most people in the world, like, if they got to 6 figures and then they could just like kind of go full time and really geek out on this stuff, to go up from there, like, everybody would be pretty happy making 6 figures. Simple will get you to 6 figures, right? Content to funnel to good offer with the appropriate follow-up. So yeah, Legendary kind of builds that in for you. Because if we're like, this is kind of a little bit of a tangent, but like, if we're promoting high ticket affiliate marketing, right? The benefit there is we can earn like $1,000 commissions. So if you string a couple of those together, that's a pretty good month. But not all high ticket affiliate marketing is created equal, right? Like, if we're just selling a $2,500 product, we're going to have to do a lot more work on the front end as affiliates to get people to buy that $2,500 product. But to get people into a $7 business builder challenge, for example, we can do that straight from TikTok, which is incredible. You know what I mean? And then, then Legendary Marketer goes to town on them, or goes to work on them, or, provides the value and introduces them to other opportunities, right? Takes them through the journey. That really, as affiliates, we can kind of focus more on just bringing people into the front end.
Yeah, that answered everything I had on that. And I took your course directly after. I'm still going through it, but I took it directly after I was done with Legendary Marketer. And where you keep saying, they're the nuts and bolts and you're trying to fill in the blanks without, I don't know if it was because it was free at this point in time, or if it's just because I almost sense a little bit of frustration in your end about how some courses can become so expensive and they still don't give you the nuts and bolts. They still don't elaborate on it the way that you do. Yours did. And I don't know if it's been like that for anybody else, but for me, it did add a couple of the missing things that it just clicked. So it made a lot more sense to me. And I guess that's just more me attributing that to you, but it made a lot more sense coming straight into yours, straight off of theirs, instead of going through 17 other places, a million YouTube videos, things like that. If they run congruently, it made a lot more sense to me. So that was just
that's the whole, yeah, appreciate it. And that's the whole idea. Like, if I was creating a course like Legendary Marketer, then I would have to teach kind of from step 1 through, right? Like, it has to be a complete course, where that's not really the most effective way to learn necessarily. So yeah, I appreciate that input. And that's kind of the way it was designed, to kind of really piggyback off of Legendary Marketer. And just to kind of give you some insight into my process, right, to my thinking, I created this course to also help with those back end sales of the blueprints, right? Like, so that's part of the process, like, to add, the lifetime value. Hopefully the idea is we get back to Legendary Marketer being front end, where we can scale with ads, cold traffic, go through a funnel, and then all of a sudden be introduced to the opportunity to jump in my course. Now, whether that stays free, or whether that, the price, there's a certain cost associated with it, so I can then offer y'all affiliate opportunities to make money with that as well. I don't know what that looks like yet, but that's kind of the idea, is that my affiliate escape plan is designed to be promoted on the back end of Legendary Marketer. But once again, let's see how we can get to 7 figures. That's not 6-figure stuff right there. Keep it simple if you want to get 6 figures. Cool. So if anybody's got more questions, like I said at the beginning, I'm here for as long as I need to be, within reason, and see what we can figure out here. Michael, you got a question? It looks like you unmuted. Oh no, maybe not.
Yes, I do actually.
Okay,
I got a couple out. I'll try to make it brief. I heard two things. TikTok, from a business account to I think a pro account. Like I just started not too long ago, so I have about 100 or close to 100 followers. But I have a link in mind because I learned from Jonathan Montoya about putting the links where you can switch to like a pro account from the One Day Leads program, Legendary. You could put the link into your bio if you switch to like a pro account. Do you grow slower that way from switching to a pro account, even if you take viral sounds from other videos that you may model and just use those sounds in there? Does that stunt your growth because you're switching to a business account opposed to a pro account?
Yeah, and that's kind of the argument, which I don't know if anybody knows the direct answer, but kind of the general idea here is you're definitely not going to grow as fast as a business account as you will with a quote unquote creator account. Now, I think the difference between a creator and a pro is just the ability to access the analytics. So I don't think creator and pro really are different, but the conversation here is surrounding the difference between a business account where you can add your link from day one and a creator or pro account where you have to get 1,000 followers to add your link. And the way I see it is, yes, there's some people saying you can switch between the two, right? Create your content with the viral sounds in the creator account, and then at the end, after you do that, switch back over to a pro account, or excuse me, a business account, so you have the link in there. Or you can kind of just suck it up and say, hey, I'm gonna go creator until I get 1,000, and then just make it your mission. Like, hey, I'm gonna grind on this and I'm gonna get my 1,000, and then I'm gonna get the link in there, and then boom, no hassles, and give you the best chance for growth. So I guess go ahead.
So do you want to stay a creator account, or you want to stay a business account?
You want to ultimately be a creator account is the key. You want the goal is to be a creator account with your link.
Okay.
And I just want to be clear on that. I think there's creator, pro, and business, and maybe if someone shake their head if I'm right or wrong or whatever. But basically, there's creator, which is the default, and then you go to pro, and that gives you the opportunity to access the analytics. But you can also get the trending sounds and so forth. And then there's business, where you can add your link from day one, but you don't get the trending music and stuff like that. So we want to. If you really want that link, then yeah, you can do business and then switch to creator or pro to create your content. But for me, if I were doing it again from scratch, I would start with creator, and I would make it my mission to get those 1,000 followers. Like that's all I would focus on. And if you do it hard enough and you go crazy enough, man, you should be able to. And I know there's no guarantees, but just focus on that, make that your mission. And then once you get your 1,000 followers, cool. Now you're a creator or a pro account with analytics, and you get your link in there. Does that answer your question, Michael?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I'm wondering why I got like 20 videos and only got like 100 followers so far.
I mean, to be honest, it's important to remember that social media doesn't owe us anything, right? Like we got to go out there and figure it out. We got to test new things, right? We got to go on trends. We got to get people to stop their scroll and stuff like that.
Right.
And simply saying, hey, want to change your life for $7? Go join the Business Builder Challenge. Is it going to cut it? We have to be very open and honest about that. But yes, you should see a much better traction with a creator or pro account using trending sounds, right? Like if there's a trend going around, like my most recent video on TikTok today, I used a trending sound, and I don't know if it's going to go viral, but it did okay. It started off going pretty good, and I think a lot of it has to do with using that trending sound and wrapping my messaging into that trending sound, right? And the way to do that is
Another question is Another quick question. I know we're not able to post results, and I'm not really too big on posting results like that. I understand it kind of helps out a lot when you're able to social proof, but I think more so it sends the wrong message to certain people because they come in thinking all about money because that's all they see with marketing, opposing to the education that it takes and requires you to make this money. Nobody understands that process because they see money with the social proof. So I'm really not big on that for several reasons. But are you able to social proof I'm seeing, even though after David sent the email out, social proof still being shown. Is that as long as you don't have the word legendary in your in the email is blacked out, or if you don't have legendary and your back office showing where you started from, whatever dates, and then showing incomes, is it just as long as you don't have legendary? Maybe it's a legendary question, but I'm just asking, and if you can answer it or not. Is that just you
they're
can't,
just trying
as long as you don't show legendary?
They're just trying to help you stay compliant, right? Like if you say someone, hey, I'll show you how to make $1 million, and then try to sell them something, guess what? That can get you in trouble long term. Now, if you're small, no one's heard of you. You're probably not going to get caught by the government, but you never know what can happen. You want to avoid those kind of bold income claims and stuff like that. But yeah, the other side of that too is they don't want people coming into Legendary Marketer thinking, hey, it's a system, because it's not. It's marketing education that, oh, by the way, you can turn around and promote as an affiliate, just like any other course out there. So they definitely don't want income claims saying, hey, this is how much I made promoting Legendary Marketer, because then people are going to come in and say, hey, where do I get an affiliate link? That's not the way it works. And the thing is that if people come in saying, hey, I just want to be an affiliate, they're not going to go and go through the value ladder, so to speak. And over 60% of your revenue as an affiliate long term is going to come from those high ticket back end. So yeah, you really want to avoid that. I'm going to go ahead and post a link to a YouTube video in the chat here. I'm going to call it No Results, No Problem. And basically in that video, I talk about like how you might promote Legendary Marketer without showing results. And I know you weren't 100% concerned with that, but that's just for anybody else who might be concerned about something like that. Sound good?
Right. Absolutely.
Cool. All right. If that's okay,
I think it also helps people that's brand new, find ways to market too, because a lot of people that's brand new, they try to model what's working, but they see a lot of people. I think that's why there's a lot of questions asked. How do you market without showing income proof? So,
yep.
I know I've been that victim. I've been that victim where I bought a course and I didn't even buy the course because all I saw was people showing money and income claims. So you don't think to go get the education. You think, how can you get the money?
Right.
And that's because that's all that's, to me, that's all that's being marketed. And in my opinion, it's money that's being marketed instead of the education that it requires you to make the money. And that's because Absolutely. A lot of marketers flash their money in their marketing, which sends the wrong message to people. So, I don't like to do that with my marketing.
100%. And I think long term, it's the better play. Long term, you'll be more successful. It helps you build that bond with your audience. And really, that's what's going on here. The link is just a monetization strategy. The affiliate program we're promoting is just a monetization strategy. The value's in the brand. So I think that's very smart. So I appreciate that. Next up, I see Preston up there. If you want to go and unmute yourself, we'll go Preston, and then we'll go over to Jamar after that.
All right. A couple of questions ago, you said you want to stay away from the link tree thing. Put one link in there, say it's your it's your opt-in page or whatnot, or your funnel. Do you put multiple things in your funnel, or are we just trying to stick with one thing and one thing only?
I've always said a confused buyer doesn't buy. I've always done one thing and one thing only. We can promote other things on the back end after we establish the trust, after we build the rapport in the email. Even if you had no back end revenue, right? Like let's say you had zero back end revenue, you could get to $100,000 a year promoting Legendary Marketer. So why do you need to confuse everything, right? Like why do we also need, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you're going to, but that's the idea, is like one thing only. Let's take them on a journey. Let's get them to commit to, hey, guess what? And here's another thing. Guess what? So I promote ClickFunnels and I get monthly recurring revenue from people who join ClickFunnels under me. Guess what? My let's say my net accounts, right? So like when you're promoting a software, every month you're going to have, let's say 100 people join, 70 people cancel. So you're net 30, right? I think that's understandable. So my net percentages. So let's say the overall percentage of people who stuck, right, with ClickFunnels after I started tying it to the paid program dramatically increased. So just to, like, I don't know specifics, but let's say before I tied it, like I would just give away funnels before this and be like, here, use these free funnels. Let's say 20% of the people went on to actually keep their account open. After I started tying ClickFunnels to the paid Legendary Marketer Business Builder Challenge, let's say my conversions, 50% of the people stick with ClickFunnels. And once again, those aren't specifics, those aren't actual numbers, but that gives you an idea of the changes that you see. And that's the power of promoting things on the back end, right? When you promote relevant stuff, it's like, okay, I just joined the Business Builder Challenge for $7. Here's my opportunity to make a change. Guess what? Anytime you join something, that opens up a whole new set of problems. Oh, shoot, I'm going to need a website. Well, where do I get a website? Oh, cool. I guess I just get ClickFunnels, right? And we want to hit people along their journey at the right time. It doesn't make sense for them on day one to join the Business Builder Challenge and get ClickFunnels and go watch a YouTube video of you talking, right? Like, we just want them to join the challenge, and then we'll fill in the rest of the details later. So that's kind of my view on it. Make sense?
Yeah. I was just wondering, maybe I should start a new channel or a new TikTok to promote the other things, just so, because I would like to promote more than one thing, but I don't want to confuse people, like you said.
Why do you want to promote more than one thing?
Multiple streams of income.
Okay, right. So I see what you're saying, and I'm not trying to be hard on you, but like I see this time and time again, and I've been there myself. I have multiple streams of revenue, right? So, I make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year with ClickFunnels. I never talk about ClickFunnels on TikTok, but somehow magically I'm getting people to buy from me, right? It's related products on the back end. So let's say Legendary Marketer goes to hell, and all of a sudden it falls off the face of the earth. I still have that monthly recurring revenue from ClickFunnels. I still have the audience that I built. I can transition into something else at that time, right?
Uh-huh.
So, okay, let's say all of a sudden I want another stream of revenue. Okay, maybe I can start my coaching business. Guess what? I can say, hey, anybody in what month are we? January? Guess what? In February, I'm going to coach 5 people in a group coaching program. It's $1,000. If you want to join, be one of the first 5 people. Okay, there's $5,000 right there, right? Like, okay, cool. Now I want another stream of revenue. Okay, cool. I'm making $300,000 a year. Maybe I'll buy a rental property. You know what I mean? Like, promoting more than one. And I'm, once again, I'm not being hard on you, and I appreciate your question, but I've seen this for years and years and years and years and years. Like, and I've done this. I screwed this up myself, and that's how you learn things. In 2016, 2017, I was doing incredibly well. And then I started promoting multiple different things because I got in my head that I needed to create a course because that's what the gurus were telling me to do. And I got in my head that, I needed to add multiple streams of revenue. And yeah, I had a couple good months, couple insane months, but then it all started to fall apart because I was confusing. Like, people are going to sit on the sidelines and kind of pay attention. Now, some people are going to buy right away, but there's people who are going to sit in the sidelines for 6 months and a year. And guess what? If you keep your message consistent, eventually they're going to buy. It's not if they're going to buy, it's when they're going to buy. I did a group coaching session before I closed all my programs last year in May. Some guy said, man, I've been waiting. I've been with you for 1.5 years and I haven't bought anything, but guess what? Here I am. So that was, that was $300-$400 right there that I made from. The idea is you don't need to promote multiple things, right? Because you want those people. So like, if I'm promoting something for 6 months, okay, on month number 6, day number 180, let's say, I'm going to get all the people who watched my TikTok that day, but I'm also going to get some of the people who introduced 4 months ago, and then some of the people who were introduced 6 months ago, but I've been following up with email. Okay, day 180 is going to be freaking incredible, and it's not because of what I did on day 180. It's because I've been consistent from day 1. And there's, day 1 I had 1 person in my funnel. Day 2 I had 3 people in my funnel. By day 180, I have 5,000 people in my funnel, all hearing the same message over and over and over again. So I would, try to figure out what you could wrap around the one product you're promoting. It doesn't have to be Legendary Marketer. I don't want to say that, but try to figure out, like, when they buy your first product, what other problems does that bring up? Like, if they buy Legendary Marketer, oh, they're going to need a website. Oh, they're going to need an autoresponder. Right. So that's just my view. And like I said, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you sitting through that, and I wasn't trying to be hard on you.
Mainly,
I want you to be successful.
I like the 15-day challenge, but I also like Jonathan Montoya's, 3-day challenge as well. So that's basically.
So promote that on the back end, right? Like, okay, so we promote the front 15-day challenge. Those are people who are interested in affiliate marketing. Well, guess what? A month from now, people are either going, so a month into your email sequence or whatever, most people, and I know some people are kind of on the fence checking out, but for the most part, most people are going to either be in, they're like, legendary marketer is my thing, or they're going to be like, oh, legendary marketer is not for me. Regardless of that time, you could send them an email. Hey, you know, want to check out this 3-day challenge to help you do whatever his course tells you to do? Great. Send them an email and get some affiliate commissions. Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That clears a lot up for me. Thank you.
Yeah, you can promote as many things as you want, but on the front end, on your content, one thing. And like I said, I only know this because I've screwed it up. I've been successful with it. I've screwed it up, and I've figured out how to piece it back together again.
Well, thanks for doing these lives, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. All right, Jamar, I see you next.
Hey, Brian. How you doing?
Hey, good, man. So for all of you who don't know, I've known Jamar for quite a while. Jamar has followed pretty much a lot of the things I've done. He's become very successful doing it. He was actually my first ever ClickFunnels referral too. So I always like to tell that story. But anyways, go ahead. What do you got, Jamar?
ClickFunnels user number one, and I still have ClickFunnels. So there's the value there.
So I've made over $600 thanks to Jamar.
Yep. So Brian, so my question is quite frequently I'm getting the question from beginners, should I create a YouTube channel that is branded specifically to the product that you're promoting? For example, you're becoming legendary is specifically created around legendary marketer, or should they create a YouTube channel that's a little more broad, like just talking about affiliate marketing in general? So what are your pros, cons, thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely. So great question. So the reason I created Becoming Legendary is that is obviously going to be branded to the specific program that I'm promoting, but also B, like I can step away, right? Like Becoming Legendary, that can just be like inspirational. That can be like, hey, building your online business, quitting your job, like all those things. So that was kind of like a twofold strategy there. But so the most important thing is to have your content focused on YouTube. So for those of y'all who don't know, I have a YouTube channel with 70, I don't know what it's at right now, 75,000 subscribers. But that was really built around my e-commerce days. So while that is great for vanity metrics, when I went to decide in 2020, like, hey, I'm going all in on Legendary Marketer, I didn't leverage that 77,000 or 75,000 subscriber YouTube channel. I went and started from scratch again to be all consistent, all talking about the same thing. Now, with regards to your question, part two maybe is you know, should it be specific to the program that you're promoting, or can it be more general? And we'll use a specific example, Legendary Marketer. Should it be all Legendary Marketer, or can it be more general affiliate marketing? And if I can, hopefully I have this up here really quickly. I was gonna go ahead and pull up a screenshot, but I'll go ahead and just go ahead and pull this up really quickly. So give me 1 second here. Okay, cool. Here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. All right, can everybody see this little keynote presentation with circles on it? Good. Cool. All right, so here's how I view attacking YouTube. So we see this red circle in the center. That's kind of like the bullseye. Then we have the orange, and then we have the green. So let's say this white area is all the search traffic on YouTube. Every YouTube visitor is the white area, right? This whole square. We got the green area, which is going to be the biggest circle, which is the amount of people searching for make money online. We got the yellow, which is the amount of people who are looking to be affiliate marketers. And then there's the red, which are people concerned with Legendary Marketer. So Legendary Marketer is a way to learn affiliate marketing, which is a way to learn make money online. So when I'm creating a YouTube channel, what I would do is I would start with Legendary Marketer. And you can use things like answerthepublic.com. You know, if you type in Legendary Marketer in there, that's gonna, it's a keyword research tool, and you can use any keyword research tool you want. But if you type in like Legendary Marketer into Answer the Public, you're gonna get a real graphical representation like this. And this is the questions that people are actually asking with regards to Legendary Marketer, or whatever keyword you type in there. So I would start there. And that's going to be my first 5, 10, 15, 20 videos. Then once I kind of have that covered, then I'm going to expand out, and I'm going to do the same thing with affiliate marketing. Then I'm going to do the same thing with, I'm going to do another 5, 10, 15, 20 videos, and I'm going to move into make money online. Because if you're a new channel and you say how to make money online, you're never going to rank. How to make $100 a day, you're never going to rank. How to do affiliate marketing as a beginner with a new channel, you're never going to rank. But hey, my results of Legendary Marketer, my review of Legendary Marketer. Hey, now you got an opportunity to rank. And you just want to stay congruent, right? Keep expanding out in those bigger concentric circles where you're attacking more. Start with the low hanging fruit. But the last thought here, and the other side of that is, if someone comes in and sees your video, so like when you're a new channel, you're not going to have a whole lot of views. So if you created a video that was like how to make money online, and you were talking about affiliate marketing and Legendary Marketer, and you had 10 people watch your video, that'd be a big win. But only 5 of those 10 are going to be interested in affiliate marketing, and only 1 of those 5 are going to be interested in Legendary Marketer. But if you create a video that's my Legendary Marketer review, and you still got those same 10 viewers on that video, well, guess what? 10 out of 10 people would be interested in Legendary Marketer, and maybe 5 out of 10 would buy. So not only is this giving you a better opportunity to rank, but you're also targeting warmer traffic in the process. Does that cover it, Jamar?
Yeah, that was good. Thanks, Brian.
Cool. Any follow-up or anything, or is that about right?
Nope, that's my only question.
Cool. You got anything to add? Hey, why I got you here, if I could. You got anything to add on TikTok really quickly, or we pretty much covered the basics? Jamar's done very well on TikTok. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, I think I've seen peaks and valleys with regards to like daily views and what videos do well and what videos don't do well. I think the biggest thing in the end is to just consistently post every single day, and to really just focus on give people the facts, but also just focus on value. Let people, if you can, let people into your personality, let them know who you are. Like you're a real person. And you can do that. Once you get 1,000 followers, you can start going live. Start going live and kind of sharing your own experience with people. I found that to be really beneficial in 2020. I would try to do like 2 or 3 lives per week, where I would get on for an hour or 2. And yes, it does eat up some of your time, but I think that people really appreciate that kind of one-on-one and being able to ask you questions real time. And there's a couple other people in here, like Daryl goes live every single day. AJ goes live every single day. Like they're consistently live, like Monday through Friday at a very specific time. So people know when they can go onto their lives to ask them questions, right? Instead of kind of hitting them up on the DMs, they can actually jump in when they know that they're going to be live, say, 11 to 12 o'clock every single day. They're going to be live answering questions. And that's where a lot of that eliminating objections and all that stuff, where they're able to, and Daryl could probably chime in on the benefits of being able to real time, knock down some of the haters, knock down some of the objections, answer very, very specific questions about Legendary Marketer, which ultimately pushes people over the edge to go, into the funnel and decide to start taking the 15-day challenge. TikTok is still really, really powerful. Like I said, there are peaks and valleys. Yes. Is it hard to get started sometimes? Yeah, it's hard to get started. There are times when I, post videos day after day after day, and I'm like, wow, how come I can go from getting 50,000 views on a video and now I can't get 1,000? Like, what's going on here? And I think in the end, it's not really about the vanity metrics of the views, because trust me, for those of you who aren't making YouTube videos, it's hard to get views on YouTube. To get even just 500 views on TikTok is very, very powerful. Don't minimize the fact that you see people getting 25, 50, 100,000 views on videos. You only really need just a couple hundred eyeballs on you, the products that you're promoting, and people checking your brand out to make daily commissions with. If it's Legendary Marketer, then Legendary Marketer. If it's other products, because I have diversified a little bit in the fall of promoting different types of products and stuff, and I've seen a lot of success. Now, a lot of that has to do with the audience that I've built up on multiple different platforms. But what I'm trying to say is that the views are great, but just understand that TikTok has that opportunity to even just 500 views on a video is super, super powerful. So I don't want anybody to get kind of hung up on, oh, I need a video to go viral to be successful. Like, that's not true, because I've seen people with 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, like, do really, really well. So.
Yeah, you just got to bring up some great points there. Like, hey, guess what? That is incredible. Like, do not minimize this opportunity, because 500 views when you relate it to YouTube is awesome. But also, like, when you're promoting higher ticket products and you're promoting products, like that act of connecting with those few people who are deciding to watch you, right? Like, what if some of those people buy? That can those connections, those human interactions, as you say, Jamar, those can go a long way in pushing people over the edge. And what I've learned is sometimes that's all it needs. Like, a simple response to an email has made me $1,000, right? A simple answer your question has made me $1,000 commission, right? Not directly, but hey, guess what? That's all they needed to say yes. They were on the fence. They just needed someone to respond to them, and they're like, "Yep, cool. This is my guy." That's really all it takes, and that's the beauty of internet marketing when it's done ethically. So many people don't do it ethically. That those of us, if you're willing to use the human interaction aspect of it, you hold the trump card, if you all know.
Yeah, I saw a lot of success following up with people last year and doing one-on-one FaceTimes and really trying to engage with them to see, what their wants, needs, and desires are with respect to starting an online business, because they just want to see if that product that they've been looking at, from a couple steps back, where they're unsure, they're not sure if this is going to be the right program for them. Either they were burned in the past or whatever, and they want to know that they're going to be supported in their journey. Kind of what you said earlier in this Zoom live is that people want to feel supported, and if you make yourself available and you make time for them, a lot of times they'll walk the extra couple steps, right? And then maybe they'll purchase the blueprints. But they just want to know that they're not going to be alone because they failed in the past. So they just need, I always say support, community, and clarity, right? So they need those three elements to be able to invest in themselves, right?
That's it. They need that, and like you said, we'll go the extra mile. People will reach out to me, "Hey, Brian, I'm thinking about buying this as well. Do you have an affiliate link?" Right? Like, that's free money. So it's definitely worth creating the relationships. That's where the value is. So thanks for sharing that, Jamar. Azim, I see you got your hand up there. So if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, and I don't think we don't have it yet.
Okay, can you hear me?
I got you.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much for whatever you are doing.
My pleasure.
Let me quickly tell you my short story. I have been, looking to make my first dollar online for more than 1 year. You will not believe that. Actually, I was, victim of shiny object syndrome. Okay,
sure.
I started off with Amazon affiliate website. It failed after maybe 1.5 months. Because I was having my first baby. Okay, I was super busy. I could not, give time to my business. Okay, then I, bought course of, I think you know him, commission hero Robbie Blanchard. Okay, but I set up everything, landing page, and hired a designer for Fiverr, everything. But again, I could not, spend more than $300 or $400. I failed miserably. Classical example of failing again and again. Okay, I was desperately looking for something step by step, and actually, now I have a couple of questions for you. Okay, I appreciate your answer. First of all, I have been following Russell Brunson for quite some time. Okay, he's always talking about lead magnets and niche down. When you're starting out, you have to niche down. Okay, let's suppose I should focus on busy parents, since I am a busy parent myself. Okay, that's the idea. But you are saying that there's no need of lead magnet. Just create curiosity on landing page. Okay. And also you're telling that I should start as broad, no need to niche down, right?
So
Okay.
here's just to kind of touch on that before we go any further. Yeah. So the way I see it and the way I've seen success. So I look at, not only do I look at what I've done, but I also look at people in the space, right? So if I look in the space right now and I see like some of the, top tier affiliate marketers, right? I think of like Spencer Meekum. I think of Jacob Karras. Okay, those are two people besides myself who I see like, okay, cool. Here's some people who are crushing it. So what I look for similarities now, and what I see is, I see promoting. So for instance, Jacob Karras is a wildly successful course right now. Some of y'all probably know about it. Guess what he's promoted? He's promoted Legendary Marketer and gotten the 6-figure club. He's promoted ClickFunnels and won the dream car. And he promoted Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's Knowledge Business Blueprint and got the opportunity to go meet Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi in Vegas. Well, guess what? I promoted Legendary Marketer. They got in the 6-figure rank. I promoted ClickFunnels and won the dream car. And I promoted the KBB and was invited to go meet Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi in Vegas. Okay. There's something going on there. Spencer Meekum, where did he see his, like, he's made a couple $1 million with affiliate marketing. Where has he seen his success? Leveraging the ClickFunnels. He came across at the right time. He was in the right place at the right time. I'm not diminishing his skills by any means. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, let's look for similarities here. He rode the wave of ClickFunnels. You can do whatever you want. If you want to create a product, you follow Russell Brunson, niche down, absolutely. Find your core folks that you want to help. But if you want to do affiliate marketing and you want to be successful, not just make a couple $100, but if you want to get to the point where you're making a 6-figure income, find the product. And I always say, choose your arena. Do you want to be in the health, the wealth, or the relationship arena? Well, y'all are here right now spending your valuable time listening to me and listening to the other people who chat. You're probably interested in making money online. So why not just enter the wealth arena? Then see what other people in the space are promoting and jump on that. And guess what? Right now, Legendary Marketer and ClickFunnels are two of the biggest opportunities right now that people are seeing success with. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with niching down. There's nothing wrong with finding your core audience that you want to help. But guess what? If you instead ride the wave of the buzz that's already being created, right? Legendary Marketer, there's a buzz on TikTok right now. Let's leverage that. It's so much easier to create the buzz or to jump in front of the buzz than to create it, right? So what we want to do is, instead of focusing on attracting our ideal customer, create content that attracts people who are interested in the product. Guess what? Our ideal customer is going to show up. All right. And maybe, I see Daryl down there. He's 17 years old, crushing it with Legendary Marketer. Guess what? I bet you if you look into his core community, I bet you a lot of the people in his audience are 16 to 25. Okay. And guess what? If you look at my core community, a lot of people are 35 to 55. That's not by choice. I'm not choosing to, you attract people who are like you. It's just the way it works. So that's your audience, right? People who are just like you. And then tell your stories, man. The story you started off with, that reads like a video sales letter, man. That reads like excellent copy. Man, I've tried this. I got screwed. Guess what? Robbie Blanchard, he's commission hero. He's running ads all over the place. Probably 50% of the people or more in this chat right now, or whatever you want to tell us, know who Robbie Blanchard is, a commission hero. Yes. Guess what? If you say you follow Russell Brunson, if you take his Expert Secrets book, and once again, I'm not getting on to you, I'm just passionate about this stuff. You bring up an excellent point that I want to share with everybody. If you go to page 23 here, it talks about 1-sentence persuasion. And one of the things that it tells you to do is to help them throw rocks at their enemies and confirm their suspicions. That's how you build trust fast. Guess what? If you just created content on TikTok that said, man, I was all in on Commission Hero, but guess what? I didn't realize that A, B, C, and D, man, this really sucks because I spent $1,000 on it. Here's where I'm at now with Legendary Marketer or what have you, right? I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's a perfect example of how you wrap your stories into. Now, there's probably, I don't even know, 500,000 people who know who Robbie Blanchard is. I don't know, 100,000 people who know who Robbie Blanchard is. When you tell that story and you help them confirm their suspicions about that product, I'm not saying it's a bad product by any means, but the moment you try something and fail, then all of a sudden it becomes a bad product. Just by sharing that story, you can automatically attract 100,000 people who are gonna be like, I trust Nazim. because he's been through the same road I have. If he's telling me this thing is the thing, this is the new opportunity, I'm in. And so, like I said, you can find your niche, you can find who you want to serve, you can create a product to help them. But if you want to be an affiliate marketer and you want to see big success, and leverage the product, leverage the buzz, and attract people who are just like you, right? What attracted you to it? Share your story.
Appreciate. One more question. Can I ask?
Yes, absolutely.
I just started my TikTok, channel. Okay. It's about maybe 7 or 8 days. I have been uploading daily 1 or 2 videos. Okay. So since it's a brand new channel, okay. So what are your suggestions so that I can get eyeballs on my videos as soon as possible and eventually get more clicks on my, bio link and on my page, vice versa?
Yeah, I love the way you put that, because that's how it works. You gotta get eyeballs before you get clicks, right? So absolutely. So what do you need to do to get eyeballs? You gotta understand what the algorithm wants. What does TikTok want? Okay, so the first thing is people got to stop on your video, right? Like that's the first thing that has to happen. Like people are scrolling through TikTok, they have to stop on your video. Like before anything else happens, they have to stop. So what are we gonna do in the first I'm not talking first second. I'm talking what are we gonna do in the first millisecond? As soon as that TikTok video start, what's going to happen? Well, the easiest way to do that is have some sort of hook in text, because text is there right from the beginning. So like honestly, the simplest thing to do would be to put a hook in text on the screen and start with a quick camera movement. Like if you're here, like, and you hit play, maybe it goes like this, or maybe it goes like this, right? Because that kind of draws, it's like what's going on, and have the text already on there. Like maybe, so if we're promoting Legendary Marketer, what's a hook? Hey, how to start a business without creating products, or how to make money without creating a product, or how to make $1,000 commissions, or right, like how to create a passive income stream. Like those are all hooks. And then we get into the story. Hey man, I get, maybe that's your story. I've been through the affiliate marketing courses and it didn't work out, and for this reason. And then we go to the offer. What's the offer? Check out the link in the bio. Right, so that hook, that scroll stopper is point number one.
And what about YouTube? I'm in your affiliate escape plan as well. Okay, so I love your content. I have been watching your video and implementing. I am making modifications to my message inside my opt-in and update page. Okay, so my question is that I'm because I'm shy of camera, I'm become simple as that. Okay, that's why I have not yet started my YouTube channel until now. I just want to jump in as soon as possible, so that after 5, 10, 15, 50 videos, I will be confident on camera, and I will be confident in telling my story that will resonate to my audience. I want to your suggestions in this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the first thing, you're right, just get started. So, but let's say you don't want to, maybe you're deathly afraid. Hopefully you can you see my PowerPoint presentation right now?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So this is the presentation that I put together for the Legendary Marketer Mastermind. I told a little story about this bunny, and I went through this presentation, right? So if you make these on PowerPoint or Google Slides or whatever, doesn't matter. I use Keynote because I have a Mac, but you can use whatever you want. You don't even have to put your face on the screen. I think I mentioned this in the course. I built my first $200,000 affiliate campaign on the back of just doing these type of videos. I didn't even have my face in the corner like I do now. And the cool thing about these type of videos is when you're talking and you're scrolling through, every time you click a slide, you know what? That changes the scenery, and that keeps people engaged. These are actually incredibly engaging. These are going to be a lot more engaging than putting your face on camera, because there's always some information on there. And what happens is people start to tune you out. Like people are probably tuning me out right now, but they might be reading what's on the screen right now, right? That keeps people engaged. It helps relay your information. So yeah, just do that to start. If you're definitely afraid to go on camera, these are super powerful, and you should lump these in there anyways. And then that's the other thing. I mean, who cares? Just go out there and do it, right? Like, you can always delete them.
Yes.
So I'm going to jump over. I appreciate it. So hopefully that was helpful. I appreciate it. I'm going to jump over to Jamar really quickly because I see his hands up, and then I'm going to jump over to some questions in the chat. Just blow through those really quickly, because I'm sure there's some people who, like, I know one gentleman, his kids are loud, so he doesn't want to unmute it. So he asked the question. So I want to get to those. And Jamar, are you there? He may have had to step.
Hey, I'm here, Brian. I forgot to take my hand down. Sorry.
Okay, cool. No worries. All right, so I'm gonna jump into a couple of the questions on the chat here really quick. And if I missed one, feel free to type it again, but I think I got all of them. First question I see is, do you use Pinterest or Instagram to build a list? I don't use Pinterest. I'm not saying it's a bad opportunity. I just like to keep it simple. And I think everybody's pretty much seen my strategy with YouTube, Facebook, and Facebook groups and TikTok. If you have a team, then you can be everywhere at once. But if you don't, it's kind of hard to be everywhere at once. If you want to use Pinterest over some other opportunity, sure, that's great. But just understand, like, Pinterest and Instagram are completely different. Pinterest is more of a search engine, whereas Instagram's more of, I don't know what Instagram is, but to be honest, I've never really used Instagram. I created an Instagram account. I give people an opportunity to DM me on Instagram to get a copy of my cloned funnel, because I'm building an Instagram account. Maybe it'll come in the future, but I don't use those. And really, I think just keep it simple. So stay with a couple of platforms. I think I mentioned this in the course, but the reason I do like what I like, and that's TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, is because TikTok is the viral low-hanging fruit. YouTube is the ability to get in front of search and create long-term growth. And then Facebook is really a great way to nurture those relationships, but also get more traffic as well. Someone says, can you talk about email responder systems? I started with Aweber, but I heard in a meeting last week that there are others. I don't know if that's the same person. Oh, I think that was Nancy, who I think we covered that. But yeah, GetResponse is another opportunity. If the problem with Aweber is they have the double opt-in confirmation thing. And I guess once you get 25 leads, you can get rid of that. But GetResponse is another opportunity if you don't want to deal with Aweber. D says, I made a few sales in Legendary Marketer, the 15-day challenge. They're not actively, but she has 2 points. A lot of these people are not actively taking the challenge. And says 2 is that normally what it looks like when starting out. Basically, she's concerned that she's getting people into the 15-day challenge with Legendary Marketer, but she's not seeing people actually take the challenge. And if they don't take the challenge, they're not going to move up the value ladder. And if they don't move up the value ladder, you're not going to make a whole lot of money. And the way I do that is, I just stay in front of people. I see Daryl still here, and he has a Discord group, where he actually invites people in, and there's a lot of communication, and it's really powerful because I'm in his group. And even though I don't really spend a whole lot of time in there, I still get the notifications on my phone, and it's like, hey, someone commented in Discord. Well, guess what? That's a reminder about Legendary Marketers. So we kind of want to do everything we can to stay in front of people. We talked about retargeting ads in the beginning, right? We serve retargeting ads to people who've already purchased, because anybody can purchase the Business Builder Challenge, but it's a lot harder to actually start going through the training. So yeah, we just want to stay in front of people, keep reminding them. That's why those email follow-ups are so powerful too. Like, we don't have to always just sell. But if we're sending emails, reminding, overcoming objections, reminding them of opportunities, showing them social proof, all of those things, continuously following up with people is going to help them progress through the 15-day challenge. And that's where the majority of the money is going to be made. Someone asked if this will be recorded. Yes, this will be recorded. I'll go ahead and drop this at the very least in my Facebook group. It's Affiliate Marketing and Passive Income with Brian Brewer on Facebook. If there's people who are not in there. Yes, creators can go live on TikTok once they have 1,000 followers. So there's someone says, I'm real new to this. Could you please tell me what you're trying to promote and sell? Is it a Legendary Marketer system to someone, or do we apply the skills to sell to actual products? The idea there is Legendary Marketer is not necessarily a system. It's marketing education that teaches real solid affiliate marketing concepts and core principles. So you can either promote Legendary Marketer, or you can use the skills you learn inside Legendary Marketer to promote something else. So for example, I don't think AJ Rance is still in here, but he was in here earlier. He went through Legendary Marketer, he learned it, he promotes Legendary Marketer, but he also uses the skills he learned there to promote his cocktail cards business, which is another side business. The reason I like recommending Legendary Marketer to beginners is because as an affiliate marketer, the first thing you should do is learn the product that you're promoting, right? Like any car salesman would have to know about cars before they sold anything, right? Like you just have to know the product that you're promoting, because otherwise you're not believable. It's why I recommend buying the business blueprints too, because that's where a majority of your money is going to come from. It's really helpful to know those products. So when you learn Legendary Marketer, it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone, right? You're learning marketing, which is the key component of any business, right? Like that's what brings the people in. But then also you're learning the product that you can promote. So for me, at the very least, it just makes sense to go through Legendary Marketer and then make the recommendation to other folks that they purchase it. So at the very least, you can make your money back. So that's kind of my view on why I like promoting Legendary Marketer, especially for beginners. Someone asked if there's going to be a clone funnel for my escape plan. I'm not going to give that out. In the past, I have given away some of my courses for people to use as lead magnets. Like you could like clone it and it would be your own course. I'm not going to do that with Affiliate Escape Plan, but you can give this to other people away for free if you want. Just keep in mind, if you do give this away to people for free and you're promoting Legendary Marketer, make sure you already have them inside Legendary Marketer before you give my course away, because otherwise they're going to click my links, right? So like you could say like, hey, guess what? Like you can use Affiliate Escape Plan as a bonus. Like I give you links to give this away for free. It's like Affiliate Escape Plan /free access. So you could say, hey, guess what? If you want to join Legendary Marketer and buy the blueprints, let me know, and I'll give you this course from a guy I follow for free, right? So that's a way you can use this course. Let's see, just going through the rest of the questions here. Yeah, someone kind of reiterated the fact that, promote one thing on the front end and figure out what sort of other problems that brings up, and then promote the other solutions to those problems on the back end. Like if you're promoting Legendary, then, oh, guess what? I need a website, so you can promote ClickFunnels as well. We just answered Azim's question regarding TikTok. Someone, once again. Thanks so much. Thank you. Should we focus on going viral on TikTok or creating solid content around affiliate marketing and Legendary Marketer? I say both, right? Like TikToks are so incredibly easy to create. Like, why not do both? Whereas YouTube, and I think I talk about this in Affiliate Escape Plan on the YouTube module, which is module number 8. Most of your time on YouTube should be spent creating solid content that gets in front of search, because you want to play the long-term exponential growth game on YouTube. It doesn't mean you can't 10% of the time try to go viral, but if you spend all your time trying to go viral on YouTube, you're never going to. You got to look at YouTube as a year-long or 2-year-long or 6-year-long game. That's not to say you're not going to start getting results. It's not going to take 6 years to get results, but you got to look at it as a long-term game. But on TikTok, man, swing for the fences. You can create 3 TikToks in 20 minutes, 10 minutes. So make one of them try to go viral, make one of them try to produce solid content around what you're teaching, and make one of them that speaks directly to your audience. Maybe answer a question, right? Like we all know we can answer questions on TikTok with a video. That's awesome. So shoot for 3 videos a day, 1 viral, 1 solid content around what you're teaching, and then answer at least 1 question with a video. And there you go. There's 3 TikToks a day. It's super simple. Should be able to knock that out in 10 minutes. So Azim asked another question. I will talk about this. Do you offer bonuses to give incentive to audience to buy through your link? I don't do that. A lot of people do. It is powerful. It does work. But I think you have to remember, and this goes for everything, like understand which game you're playing, okay, as a marketer. Like this is super important. Like if you're trying to make your first $1,000 a month, do things that are going to make your first $1,000 a month, right? Like Jamar said, reach out to people, communicate with people, engage with people, one-on-one. Do a 15-minute one-on-one Zoom. If it makes you $1,000 commission, it's totally worth it. But if you're trying to get to multiple 6 figures, then do things that get you there. So I can't, basically the point is I don't really want to mess around with giving bonuses, but I'm playing a different game. If you're trying to get your first commission, offer a bonus is great. Hey, if you join Legendary Marketer, I'll give you a 30-minute consultation. Awesome, right? Like that's great. And that can help you get momentum. So that concludes the chat question. So if anybody wants to jump back in, I do appreciate everyone joining in here. I really do. It's fun. I learn a lot when I get in these, and hopefully everyone feels the same. If anybody has any negative feedback regarding the course so far, I'd be happy to hear it as well, honestly. Obviously, there's going to be more content that goes in there, but trying to make impactful learning. I don't want to just do a knowledge dump, right? I don't want 93 lessons. It's going to take you 6 months to get through. Just remember, simplicity is the key. If it doesn't work when it's simple, it's not going to work when it's complex. You don't need complex to get to 6 figures. You need complex to get to 7 figures, but not 6 figures. Wrap your stories around everything, right? Like, remember, you're going to attract the people who are kind of like you, just the way it works. So wrap your stories around there. Those stories are going to be super powerful. And a lot of times, people aren't really like, it's just information, right? Like everything we're selling here pretty much is just information, whether it's software, whether it's a course, it's just information. So just remember, you're not in the information business, you're in the leadership business. And yeah, I mean, we've been at it for about an hour and 40 minutes. Anybody has any last questions? I'll kind of leave it up. If anybody wants to share anything, that's cool too. And if not, this won't be the last one. We'll do it again. But I appreciate it. I mean, I see some. I mentioned Jamar. I see Daryl. I know AJ Rance is in here. So there's some people who are proofs that affiliate marketing works, that Legendary Marketer works, and all that cool stuff. So good to have everybody in here. I'll just elaborate on this TikTok thing really quickly. Will be kind of my last thought if nobody else jumps in. So TikTok, right? Like you can try to go viral. Like you can look at TikTok and you go through TikTok and you can see other people who are kind of in your same niche or promoting the same product, like what's going viral, right? Like a strong hook usually goes viral. But there's going to be very little information in there. Whereas you can create a good solid content related to affiliate marketing where maybe you teach a concept, like maybe you teach what a bridge page is, right? Or what an affiliate link is, or something pretty beginner friendly, but for the most part you're teaching a concept. What are the 6 C's of copywriting or whatever, where you teach something. Okay, those videos aren't going to go viral, but people might watch them. And then they're going to be valuable to the people who are kind of on the fence, who've started to really click a lot on your content. And then answering questions is another good way. So if you go through TikTok and you're creating TikToks, and if you go to the comment section, you're going to see a bunch of questions, and you can respond to those with a video. If you click on the comment, there's a little red video icon next to it. If you hit that, it'll post that question above your head, and then you can just answer that question. And that's a great way to really make that person who answered that question feel really special and hopefully get them to buy. But also, like, if one person has the question and they took the time to enter it into the chat, then you can bet 10, 15, 1,000, 10,000 people have the same question. And that's the selfish benefit of actually getting in these group chats or helping people one-on-one as well. As you start to notice patterns, and when you see like the same objections, guess what? Lump those into your automated email sequence. Like that's the first thing I do in an automated email sequence. Say, hey, what do you think? And I'm going to get objections and concerns. And when I get the same objections and concerns, guess what? I write an email and I add that in like day 5 of my automated sequence. Then I'm getting inside the conversation that's already going on inside their head. Then I seem like a magician, and that's when people buy. So hopefully that elaborates on it. And another question is, when do you add more emails to your clone funnel or email swipe? So I give you the opportunity to kind of clone my funnel that I'm using right now and like 6 or 7 emails to kind of get you started. Add to it indefinitely. I mean, just keep emailing people until they unsubscribe or one of you dies. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason not to just keep emailing. That's not to say you should spam them with 3 emails a day, and you want to add value, right? So you kind of keep them engaged, right? Like that's kind of the email marketing is tough, man. It's a lot harder than creating TikToks. It's a lot harder than creating YouTube. I mean, it's easy to do it, but it's hard to get good, but that just comes with practice. So yeah, send emails until somebody dies or they unsubscribe. All right, everybody good? Okay, cool. All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you all so much.
So I hope that cleared things up and was extremely valuable to you. If it was, feel free to drop a like. I would really appreciate it. If you have any follow-up questions, leave them in the comments. And if you want to see some of the other questions that were addressed in this mastermind, make sure you go over to the channel. You'll find them posted there. And if you want to join us, start the 15-Day Business Builder Challenge by going to my15daychallenge.com, which you can find the link in the description as well. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.